My name is Bridget. I am 35 years old. I have a husband. His name is Lawrence. He is 39 years old. We have been married for 10 years. We have two lovely children. Our son is 8 years old. Our daughter is 3 years old. I always believed in love. I believed that marriage was about respect, trust, and care. I gave everything to my family. I loved my husband very much. I gave up my own dreams to support my husband's dreams. I stayed home and took care of the children. I cooked dinner, cleaned the house, and washed dishes. I thought my husband saw all this. I thought he valued me, but I was wrong. One evening I planned something special. It was our 10th wedding anniversary. 10 years of being together. 10 years of love, struggles, and sacrifices. I saved money to buy a beautiful cake. I cooked his favorite dinner, chicken and rice. I wore a dress he liked. I asked my mother to keep the children for one night. I wanted the evening to be just for us. I waited at home. The table was ready. The candles were lit, but Lawrence didn't come. I called him, but he didn't answer. I sent a message, but he didn't reply. At midnight I blew out the candles alone. The food was cold. I felt hurt. My eyes were full of tears. At 2 a.m. Lawrence came home. He smelled of alcohol. He was drunk. He was laughing, talking loudly on the phone with his friends. I stood there waiting for him. My eyes were red from crying. "Lawrence," I said quietly, "do you know what day it is today?" He looked at me confused. "What?" "It's Friday. It's our anniversary, Lawrence." I said, 10 years. He froze for a second, then he laughed. "Oh, I forgot, Bridget. Don't make it a big deal. I was busy work. Friends, you know." My heart broke. I said, "You forgot our anniversary, Lawrence. I prepared everything. I waited for you. And you didn't even care." He rolled his eyes and said, "Stop overreacting, Bridget. It's just a dinner. Why are you making drama?" His words broke my heart. Just a dinner. For me it was everything. For me it was proof that our love still mattered. But for him it was nothing. That night I cried and cried until I had no tears left. I felt invisible. I felt unwanted. Like he didn't need me anymore. The next day I packed my bags. I packed my children's clothes. I called my mother. I said, "I can't stay here anymore. I am coming to your house." When Lawrence came back from work, he saw the bags. He said, "What is this, Bridget?" I looked at him with tears in my eyes. "I gave you 10 years of my life. I gave you my love, my care. I left my job to take care of you and our children. And you couldn't even remember one day. You didn't even feel sorry about it. I can't do this anymore. I'm leaving." He laughed and said, "What's wrong with you? Bridget, don't be crazy. You're overreacting." "No," I said. "You are the one who does not value me. If I stay with you, I will lose myself. I can't let that happen. Goodbye." Lawrence and I left. I lived with my mother for some time. But life was not easy. I had no job. I had no money of my own. But I had my children, they gave me strength. I found small jobs. I worked in a gift shop. In the evenings I worked at a salon. Lawrence called me many times. He said, "Bridget, come back, don't break our family." But I did not answer. I was done with empty promises. Weeks turned into months. My children grew. My son learned to ride a bicycle. My daughter started school. I was there for every moment. Lawrence wasn't, but he did come sometimes. He took the children for ice cream. He brought them gifts. He never forgot them. But he never asked about me. He never said sorry. He never looked me in the eyes. One night my son asked me, "Why does Daddy not live with us?" I took a deep breath. Sometimes. I said, adults make mistakes. Sometimes people forget you. But we both love you, my dear son. That will never change. He hugged me and said, "I love you too, Mommy." I kissed his head and said, "We will be okay," and I hoped it was true. 1 year passed. My son had a school play. He was very excited. He wanted both of his parents to come. I said yes, and I knew Lawrence would be there too. When I arrived at the school, I saw him standing near the gate. He looked older. His hair was more gray. His eyes were tired. But when he saw me, his face softened. "Bridget," he said. I didn't answer. We sat apart. The children performed. They looked at us smiling. For them we were still Mom and Dad. After the play, Lawrence came to me. "Bridget," he said, "please can we talk?" I wanted to walk away, but something in his eyes stopped me. We stood outside near the school garden. His voice was shaking. I was a fool. He said, "I forgot our anniversary, but it wasn't just that day. I forgot you. I forgot to value you. I forgot to see how much you gave me. And I lost you because of it." I looked into his eyes. He looked tired, but honest. My eyes filled with tears. "I thought you didn't care," I said. "I did care," he said. "But I was blind. I was selfish. Bridget, I want to tell you I am sorry. I have changed. I don't drink anymore. I don't waste time with friends. I work. I go home. But my home is empty without you. Please give me one more chance." My heart was beating fast. I didn't know what to say. At that moment my daughter ran to us. She held my hand and looked at him. "Daddy, can you come home with us today, please?" Lawrence's eyes filled with tears. He looked at me waiting. I had my daughter. Children need their father, I thought, but can I trust him again? I looked at Lawrence. He was crying. For the first time I saw sadness in his eyes. "Bridget," he said, "I don't want to lose you again. I will spend the rest of my life proving that you matter to me. That I will never forget you again. I love you. Please forgive me." I closed my eyes. My mind was full of memories. Our wedding day, the night I cried alone. The year I struggled alone. And now this moment. At last I said, "Lawrence, I forgive you and I want us to be together again. Not because I am weak. I forgive you because I am strong. I want our children to grow up in love, not bitterness. I am giving us a second chance. Don't waste it. Lawrence took my hands and cried. Then he hugged me. The children ran to us smiling, shouting, "Mommy! Daddy, we are together again." "Yes," I said. "We are a family again, not a perfect one, but a real one." I held them in my arms. My heart was happy. We walked home together. Sometimes love dies in small things. Being ignored, not talking, or forgetting an anniversary. But love can return if hearts are ready to change, and people are ready to fight for each other. If you like this story, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.